Yo, 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 Hollow Knight Nation! Yeah! Hollow Knight Nation, yeah. So, what is the meaning of life? I think throughout human history, everyone's been wondering this for a long, long time. Never really gotten any clear answers. Many of our brightest minds have boggled over this question for generations now, and I think it's time for me to finally just settle the deal. Like, let's just get it out there. No one needs to ask anymore. I know what the answer is. Sorry that I've been keeping it so long. I just didn't want to spoil it, but we're good. We can. I think the bit's over. So, allow me, your favorite Pantheon 5 Hollow Knight runner, all bindings of course, to explain to you the meaning of life. The meaning of life is obviously and uncontestably to be kind. I can't and also to do what you want to do and have fun. That's the meaning of life, folks. No more questioning it. Oh, whoopsie. Yep. I should make like some commandments. I feel like at some point in life, all human documentation, any literature, anything ever, will be lost except for my videos. I think this is like these videos will become the last bastion of humanity in the 21st century. I'm just pretty sure of that. I don't know. I just got a feeling. Pretty confident about that theory. So yeah, I should probably lay out some basics about the world right now in order to help future societies, you know, understand us better, like future archaeologists. I don't think they'll learn much from us. Maybe like some stuff to avoid. I think we've made some mistakes that should probably not be repeated. Like, for example, like creating the creation of hummus, like the hummus, the food thing. I don't know what it's called in English. It's hummus pronounced. I don't think that's a good invention. I'm worried actually. I don't know really what it is, but I don't like it. That was stupid. I just took 3 HP from that, from an attack that I generally am pretty competent at avoiding. Not this time, though. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Wish I could hit him there. He's kind of out of the way. Oh. That was it. Okay, that was kind of bad. Mostly because of that one orb that hit me. Whoopsie. So I just ate some slices of bread with a hummus on them, and I don't know what to think. Like, I'm saying that wrong. Throughout my whole life, I've always hated hummus. I thought it was disgusting. I just didn't like it. Something about it just kind of threw me off as a kid, and I stuck to that opinion for the rest of my childhood. Now, coming back to it, I tried, maybe I should try it out again, and God fucking damn it, it was pretty awesome. It tasted good. It was just easy to just smear on some bread. I just bought some store-bought hummus. You could probably make it on your own, cheaper or something. I don't know. I'm not into hummus lore. I just think there's something wrong with it. I can't quite describe it. I just think at some point hummus is gonna be like the main dish of everyone in the world, and that's the end of it. That's when we lose humanity. The third thing that's a point of life is actually to resist your urges to eat hummus. Because everyone, I'm sure, once you reach a certain age, maybe like once you're 20 years old or slightly younger, maybe. I guess I stopped eating hummus when I was like 4 years old, because that's the time I decided it wasn't good. So once you like become of suitable age, you'll suddenly start craving hummus, like in an incredible amount. I'm sure everyone feels this way, not just me. And I think that's a bad thing. It's like, that's like kind of the reason why all like the 7 deadly sins and shit from Christianity was like clearly framed at hummus. Because first of all, just think about it. Gluttony easily correlates to hummus. I think that's where that comes from. pride as well. You take pride in hummus. You think it tastes good, it's probably healthy. You get some pride from that. It's also bad, you can't eat hummus. Lust? Do I even need to say it? I don't think so. The rest of them, you know, envy when I don't have hummus, of course. You can actually describe a lot about life with hummus. Now I think about it. Actually, maybe you can't. I ran out immediately. I don't know, I'm in a weird move. I have like nothing going on in my brain right now, and yeah, no. I just feel like I'm kind of bored. I gotta make 2 runs of Hollow Knight because, well, going on vacation in like 7 days. It was a 7-day vacation, so if I spend the next 7 days doing 2 Hollow Knight runs each day and like scheduling it slowly, then I will have enough, like, I've built up enough of a schedule that I don't, like, a backlog that I don't have to worry about making videos on my vacation. That wouldn't really be good. So yeah, that's my exciting life right now. Lots of Hollow Knight. Probably gonna take a break between these 2 runs though, because I should eat something. Like make dinner. I just ate a bit. It's 17 o'clock. I should probably get some food afterwards. I don't know who's gonna be home for dinner. I think 1 person maybe. And he also kind of talked as if he was gonna make dinner. We're getting tarteletta. He got just a shit ton of tarteletta food from his work, and we're just gonna be eating that. It doesn't seem like it's gonna take long to make at all. We're just gonna put it in a pot, I think it's called, a pot, cooking pot, and making it into. Oh fuck, I'm just warming it up. I don't know why I'm speaking like this, as if it's like a really difficult math problem that I really have to wonder about. It's not. What is a good math problem? How does integration work and integrals? How do they work again? I feel like I understood them pretty well. Then I stopped working on math in a year, and now I'm gonna forgotten. If I looked it up, spent like an hour or something, just like researching again, I'd like recover all my lost memory of that pretty easily. I'm hoping. Yeah, no, actually, my main issues right now, I guess, like with that, is I just kind of don't remember. I need a refresher. Oh man, he continued flying down. Yeah. So, I was watching the first 20 minutes of, I think Disney movie Wish. A lot of people online did not like the movie. I think a lot of it came from the song being kind of underwhelming. Like, just pretty bad. Like the villain song there. I didn't reach the villain song, but I have seen like an hour-long YouTube documentary or something like that, detailing just how bad it was. Because it was funny seeing someone that up in arms about it, and actually having some insightful commentary. Like they're actually talking about some good music theory that I don't know anything about. So it's cool to see someone just know what they're talking about on a subject that I don't know anything about. So yeah, that's all I knew about Wish before going in. Starting on it though, I noticed quickly that the animation was kind of off. It was like, it's looking pretty weird. It looked almost like cheap. I guess like the lighting was slightly off, and I don't know why they did that. It wasn't like the animation was wrong, it was like the art style, I think. They made it so the light was just more non-existent almost, like, or harsh. It looked a lot like early rendering, like early 3D rendering, where the light wasn't really properly figured out. There wasn't any like reflection or anything. It was just kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it, but it just looks amateurish, which makes me wonder, like, did they just save a lot of money on this movie if the song was pretty bad and the animation was pretty bad. I'm hesitant to say bad because the actual animation looked pretty fine. I was trying to notice, like, trying to pay more attention to it after I noticed something was off. And they did some like really good like body movements and really good body movements, like some good detail in like making stuff look pretty good. But the lighting was just off. I don't know why. Yeah, no, I just don't know why they did that. I'm thinking it was just on purpose because I don't think it's more expensive for them to just make proper lighting like in all their other movies. But it looked like they intentionally just made a different style and it looked kind of bad. I don't know. That was my first remark on the movie that I noticed. The first thing I noticed. Second thing, the movie was about a girl living in a weird kingdom where some old ancient sorcerer had like founded this kingdom and was, I think, immortal or something. I don't know. And he had like a bunch of magical powers that he used to make people's wishes come true. They can come up to his island, his like kingdom that he's made, give him a wish, and then at some point in life he would just kind of randomly give out people's wishes, like once a year or something, like on a big festival. He'd take everyone's wishes, listen to them, look at them, judge them whether or not which one's like most worthy of being fulfilled, and then he'd fulfill it for people. Pretty awesome dude. It would seem like everyone in the city, like in the kingdom, is pretty happy in the first like song we saw. And there were some strange implications about him like taking out people's wishes. First of all, people forget what their wish was once they give it to him, which is, I guess, a bit weird. Honestly, my initial thought here was that he just lied. I think he just kind of, I assumed he just kind of absorbed people's wishes, just took them in so they couldn't remember them. And then sometime he just gave people random ass wishes that they never asked for and just said, yeah, no, this is what you asked for. One guy wishes, I want world domination. Forgets all about that dream. And then like a year later, our king guy will show up and be like, here you go, your wish, a really cool shirt. And the guy's like, what, is that my wish? Was that what I wished for? I'm like, yep, that sure was, be happy. And I guess that'd be a cool way of just lying to people. But he didn't do that. He genuinely did take people's actual wishes, made them forget about it, and then sometimes gave people their wishes back if they were good enough. Bit shady. You know, when you first start watching, it definitely looks very shady. Everyone's super happy. It's all on board, giving away your wish. Hell yeah, I don't want to remember my wish. I'm just, this guy's gonna give it to me at some point. I'm sure he will. Totally trustworthy. But then the villain actually like, explains his plot, which was supposed to make him feel like a bad guy. But it really wasn't that bad. Like, his main issue, I think, was a bit of an anger problem. When people contest his ideas, or at least when the main character contested it, said it was a bad idea and like tried to just made him change his ways, he got a bit stuck up about that and angry, which could be hint some like anger issues. But I guess if I was like an ancient immortal wizard with all the world's magic at my fingertips, and some random 17-year-old shows up and like, yo, what you're doing is stupid, dude. Why didn't you do this instead? Probably be a bit annoyed as well. Don't know if I'd get that angry, but I probably wouldn't act much differently, except for the anger issue. But let's just, I haven't actually seen what happens in the movie, but let's just judge this society first, from this like original point of view. You have all the world's magic at your fingertips. You decide to make a kingdom where people can come in and give you their wishes, and then you grant their wishes if you deem them to be worthy. On top of that, you also look through the wishes, what they have wished, and like sometimes you just choose not to grant the wish if let's say the wish is like too dangerous. That was one plotline that I managed to see. Was one of the main character's friends had a dream of changing the world. That was his dream, making something that changed the world. And our king here, Magnifico, I think it was called, decides that is a dangerous wish that he's not gonna fulfill. The guy has waited like 100 years, or I guess 72 years for this wish to be fulfilled, and he never gets it fulfilled because, well, Magnifico doesn't like it. What do you mean, change the world? What? For what? You're gonna make something change the world? You're gonna make an army, a revolution, or you're just gonna make a song that makes people I guess, a little bit less happy if it's a really bad song. Pretty stupid wish, very vague. I agree with Magnifico here that it was a shitty wish. Our main character did not agree with this. She thought that it was a beautiful fish. Create something to change the world. It was good. I don't know. I disagree. I agree with the ancient wizard here. It was a bad wish. Don't fulfill it. I would say give the wish back and say wish for something else. But I guess he's got an image to uphold if I'm being able to grant every wish. And letting people come up with their wishes, no matter how stupid they are, is probably a good way of controlling them. Which goes into like the more negative parts of the society, is that it is a bit controlling. It's like it's a weird, sort of like almost surveillance state where it's like you're not being surveilled. You're just your deepest, most desire is being taken from you, and you forget it. And then this guy, this king guy, just kind of chooses whether or not it's worthy. So it's not a surveillance state, but it's like you kind of lose your main shtick. Like if you have, I think that's kind of part of the world building as well. There's magic in the world, definitely not like the core world. But I think it was implied that everyone has one specific dream. Because it's kind of weird, like if you give your dream away, like if you're 18, your dream is like, oh, I want to hook up with this random girl. That's my dream. I have a crush on this lady. You lose that dream because this guy, you give it to him and you ask, please let me marry her. You forget that dream entirely. What's gonna happen? You just don't love her anymore, and you find someone else to get with, and you never know what your dream was, and never get it as well because you just found another love. I don't know. Making your dream when you're 18 years old is a bit dangerous because I don't know. Even then, it was like 3 years ago. I think I've changed a bit since that. I don't know if I would care that much for the new iPhone 6 anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's a shady part. You take people's hopes and dreams and they kind of change it. And I'm gonna assume they don't ever change their dreams. Maybe that's a plotline that people's dreams change. I don't think that's the morals of the story. I think the moral is that you should take your own destiny in your own hand. Don't let others take it from you or something. I don't know. Point is, I think his society here he's made is pretty good. He's got a very good way of controlling his population, which is a bit shady. You take people's dreams and their ambition, but you just take it away. They don't really have any reason to fight you. If they really wanna, if their biggest dream is to make the world right and change the world for the better, but if their dream is to stop the king from taking people's hopes and dreams, well, you'll forget it because he takes your dream. Pretty good way of keeping the society in check here. He's definitely, like, he's gonna be this immortal king who learns more and more magic over the years. He doesn't want the common folk to stand up to him. Maybe even rightly so. But let's assume that this king is a good guy, which it seems like he is, you know, he does actually give out wishes that he deems worthy. Like someone comes up, asks to become the best dressmaker in the world. They want to make the world's most beautiful dresses. My guy's like, yeah, sure, that's a good ask, I guess. Here you go. Gives her the power to do so. Cool. He didn't need to do that, but he did. Thank you, my magic man. Now, one guy decides he wants to marry the princess, and our king's gonna be like, no, I'm not gonna give you my daughter. Fuck you, and just never, never ever accommodate that wish. I guess grant that wish. I don't know, I think that's a breach of someone's freedom, like just taking their wishes and choosing which is good enough. But I guess maybe it's not that bad. Isn't that kind of already a lot of religions at this point? Like, God is supposed to be choosing who, like, God, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of a religious topic where you let someone else take your problems. You're like, oh, I pray to God to give them this. Please grant me this, and you make a prayer. Most likely, it's not gonna. Well, okay, that's kind of a dangerous topic. We kind of glorify in religion the fact you can just give your problems away to someone who is more capable. In this case, God. And who also kind of judges with whether or not it's worthy of being granted. And you know, a lot of bad stuff happens to people, and so yeah, it's okay, it's all part of God's plan. Have faith in this guy. That's kind of what Magnifico here has become. He's the god of this kingdom, at least. He grants, everyone prays to him for whatever they want, and he chooses to actually give some of those, the people there, actually grant their wishes. Pretty awesome of him. Yeah, I don't know, he's just this omnipotent, I don't know. I'm trying to make him God. I think it's a lot of a bit shady, but in the same way that religion is kind of shady in some aspects, where like, oh, God watches you anytime. He's always there. It's a total breach of privacy. But I guess if he's a good guy, that's fine. If we assume our Magnifico here is a good guy, then it's good to let him keep my all my hopes and dreams. He can have them. And if they're good enough, he can take care of them for me. It's a bit weird allowing someone else to take complete control over your ambition. Like, what if my biggest dream is to beat Pantheon 5? Am I just not going to be allowed to pursue that anymore? I guess not, because I forget about it. Kind of part of the journey of beating Pantheon 5 is not... if I just beat Pantheon 5, I wouldn't feel any reward from it at all. I want to be able to practice, grind, and finally beat it someday. I think about it a lot. In most aspects of my life, I like the work to get something. If I don't actually struggle in order to achieve something, then I think my achievement is like pretty useless, honestly. It's like if I study for a test. If I don't study for a test and get the highest grade, then I think the test was flawed. It was a pretty shitty class or something. But I'm really struggling, and it's a hard-ass like subject for me, and I'm desperately studying it, and I get a good grade. That feels so much more gratifying. Yeah, that's how I felt with biology. I struggled a lot with that subject, and got a great grade. Fuck, in my final test. All because I really studied a lot during the last few weeks before the exam. Compared to like, what, something like, what's the subject that I, like English in most subjects. Like, yeah, English throughout my entire life has been really easy because I had YouTube and like movies to watch. And I would get good grades there, and I wouldn't care much about it. Anyway, if someone else took my wish and they granted it for me, I would probably not be that happy. Unless it's like, not... I guess my greatest wish isn't to be able to beat Hollow Knight, like Pantheon 5. I guess maybe my greatest wish would be, like, have a good life, make people around me happy, be charismatic, I don't know. I don't have a great wish right now. Maybe someone took it from me and I can't remember anymore, that's why I don't have a magic wish. But it'd probably be, if I had to choose, like, one wish, I would be like, okay, I guess it'd be, like, infinite wishes or something. Oh, I would be... I don't know, man. Make the world a better place? Be happier? I don't know. I don't have a specific wish. I don't want to make the world's greatest dresses. I don't want to be the greatest fighter in the world. If I actually did that, said, I want to make the world's greatest dresses, like that, as one character in the show did, like in the movie did. That's like the exact kind of wish that I thought would be pathetic. Like if you, I would be fucked with imposter syndrome. If I became the greatest mathematician in the world because I just said, yeah, no, I want to be, please give me the power to become that. I feel like such an imposter. All these people around me, all my peers who struggled their whole lives, practiced and learned math the proper way. And I just come in like, yeah, Magic Man gave me this knowledge, sorry. I feel fucking... I'd be such an imposter, holy shit, yeah. No, I guess I just wouldn't give a wish, and then I would be kicked out of the kingdom because everyone's supposed to give a wish. Maybe I'd wish for, like, magic. Probably I'd be like, oh, I want to be able to have magic as well. And he'd say, zoink! My wish now, and I couldn't remember I wanted to study it, and then I would never study it ever. I think that's probably what would happen. Which is the same thing as me, like, asking for becoming the greatest dressmaker, not studying for it. But it's magic this time, and I don't know how I was studying for it. The lore does describe that the character here, the Magnifico, he did apparently study magic. Oh, I'm so fucked here. Like for somehow, like he managed to just get magic on his own. He didn't get someone's a wish or something like that. He studied for it. He grinded, became a master sorcerer on the grind. So I guess anyone can make their wish come true. Oh my god. Again, that was unfortunate. I guess I should have dashed through him. Oh well. No lifeblood. Anyway, yeah, I think the kingdom's a pretty pog place to live. You'd be a bit confused with what you do with your life, but I guess you'd just be comfortable and content. Live your life without any grand ambition, but just kind of feeling it. Kind of like how I am right now. I don't have any grand ambition, but I'm chilling. I'm having fun with friends. It's a good life. I think that's the greatest dream I could have, is be comfortable and happy. I guess if got that wish taken from me, I'd be fucked. Shit. So honestly, I would live in that kingdom, and I wouldn't change his behavior. I'm gonna choose to believe that Magnifico, despite his a bit of like anger problems and, you know, perhaps a bit shady backstory, there wasn't really. I'm seeing some holes in it now. I would trust him and say, yeah, no, you can have all my dreams and aspirations, and someday maybe give it to me. If I knew he was like judging them, which I think is pretty obvious. I don't know. The main character got really surprised by this knowledge. Like, what? You're not giving everyone streams? But like, what do you mean? There's so many people, and he gives out a dream once a year or something, like a wish. Of course not. I'd probably like ask for something a bit basic. Like, yeah, make me a bit lucky, I guess. Like 20% more lucky. That's my greatest wish. Just 20% more lucky. That's it. Can't be used for anything bad, you know. Maybe not that. Maybe just make me taste everything 10% more, so just have a better time eating food. Or make me enjoy every taste. I don't know, maybe that's the bad one, because then I dislike a lot of foods. I don't know. Make me just live 50 years longer than average. That's why I want. Not forever, don't worry. You don't have to deal with me forever. Just a bit longer than everyone else. Thank you, that's my wish. I wish to never have to clean anything ever again. I just want auto cleaner. I want a maid to just clean for me whenever I walk around. An invisible force that just kind of tidies up around me. Thank you, that's my wish. Thank you. You think I'd grant that? Maybe he'd be like, oh, that's dangerous, because then he would, what if the magic force becomes sentient or something? I don't know. It is a weird wish. It's like kind of specific. I get it. Maybe not good enough. Fuck, that was stupid of me. Alright. I'd wish for Silksong. I want Silksong to come out right now. Oh my god, I missed. That's why I don't use Cyclone Slash here. It's inconsistent. If an Aspid spawns, you just don't get it. What? It survives. Fuck. Alright, one life left. Yeah. We're reading a book about multiple different characters, but one of them is like one of my favorite concepts for characters. I used it myself once for like a D&D thing. It's an illusion magician, illusion mage, whatever you want to call it. They don't call it that, but it is what it is. And they're like borderline schizophrenic. They can't understand what's real and fake anymore. And I love that. Being able to, like, first of all, whenever characters in the shows just aren't quite sane, if they just slightly off in their brain, I love that. I think their POV makes it just much more interesting. They'll see something and just be wrong, and you don't know if they're wrong. I mean, you'll probably think they're wrong because whatever they're saying is gibberish, but I like it when characters in my shows are insane. And here we have an illusionist who can't tell what's real and fake, and then he was given the ability to make fake things look real. I think that's awesome because she is increasingly more and more schizophrenic by the second. She's also started getting like a multiple personality disorder, which I think is awesome. Originally, she was just like herself. Shallon is her name. She was just a normal, pretty normal lady. She's got a good scholar, I guess, a proper woman in that world. Feminine arts of reading and math. That's the feminine arts. But she was told by like her teacher, essentially her master, like how to be more confident, how to act like you have authority, because she's supposed to become this like grand person to marry into one of the most esteemed families in the whole world, the high-standing family. She's gotta act like it a bit more. She's gotta be a bit more, have a bit more authority. And she's been told, like, yeah, don't worry though. Authority is just an illusion of perception. You don't actually have to have any power. If you just pretend like you do, people will assume you do, and then you can get power from that. And that's like what authority is in the master's description. Is that you just gotta act like you're in charge, and like you expect others to act a certain way, and it helps. Now you also need to like dress up for it. You can't just have charisma alone. You gotta look like you're in charge, wear the proper suits and robes. In more racist parts of the world, you have to be part of the proper race in order to like mask that, in order to do it properly. And the character here feel like, okay, that's good advice, thank you. I understand. Yeah, okay, just pretend like I have power, and then I will. And she's getting really struggling with that idea, so she kind of just makes up a persona for herself. Okay, you're not you right now. There's like a different person who actually has authority, and then you can pretend to be that character. She's really good at role playing. And she just kind of uses illusions to make herself look differently, and then acts differently. And she names that character like Radiant. That's her name. That Radiant. That's like her title. So she just gives her name the title. She's not Shallon anymore, which is her real name. She's just Radiant. And I think that's a really funny concept because it becomes worse and worse when she makes another character, which is called Veil, like a criminal of the worst race. Like she's a dark eye. She's got dark eyes, which is negative in this world. We want bright eyes. Eye racism. Anyway, she's a dark eye. She's a criminal, and she acts a lot differently. And she's like, "Oh no, Shallon is so scared. I don't know what to do." But Veil wouldn't be scared. I'm just gonna become Veil, and now I can do it. And it's like, okay, awesome. And she like walks around as Veil, spitting everywhere, looking at people, confronting people just for the contest. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm so uncomfortable right now." But Veil wouldn't be, so I'm not actually uncomfortable. And like someone goes up and asks her like a scholarly question, and Veil looks and like, "What? I don't know that. What are you, fucking stupid? Why would I know that?" But in actuality, she actually does know everything about this. She spent years studying this, but she just kind of forgets. And it gets worse because then she's getting way too caught up in her Veil personality and her Radiant personality. And someone comes up and like asks her to be more scholarly. Like, aren't you supposed to be a scholar? You should be like reading books right now. And she starts thinking like, true, I don't really have any personalities that can like read books. I should probably make a new one, like a scholar personality. That's a great idea. But it's like, I don't know, it's funny because it's that is just her normal personality. She already has a scholar personality in that way. It's her real ass personality, and she's talking about as if like she has to make more and more parts of herself. I don't know, I think it's funny. Other characters starting to catch on. I'm losing so much life flow. What the happened? It's funny. I don't know. I can't describe it. I can't do it justice. Just know that it's pretty amazing. And I want to read more about it. Because it's just a downward slope into madness. So, like at this point, it's not getting better, and that's what I want to see. Before that, I gotta reach like a few hundred pages before I can read about her again. Maybe just not. Maybe 800 pages, but it's still a bit much. I've got 3 chapters of completely random people that I got to go through before I can reach Sean again. Just the way the book is designed. And the one we're reading right now is pretty boring. I don't care. Oh shit. Got some world building, which is generally cool, but I don't... Okay, I lost all my life when it's gone. How about that? I lost all my lifeblood here, huh? Not doing so good. Oh well. It happens. Some runs are just better than others. Some are worse than others. I just like talking about my book. But not one for me. Did make a D&D character once with a similar gimmick. They were also an illusion mage, illusion wizard. Main shtick was I'm a little like poor bitch who had like an actual just like an asshole who didn't have anything in her life, so just started to like impersonate one of the wealthiest people in the world and like a wildly respected scholar of the arts of artificery. That was like kind of part of the campaign. There was like a technology country versus a magic country, and my character just kind of impersonated the world's most clever girl in the world, like a child prodigy who became like a master of artificery, called Wanda Winchester, and that was my basically my character. It's just an illusion wizard pretended to be the world's greatest artificer, desperately hiding her persona as this Wanda Winchester, and she spent years in this persona studying, like, and getting, like, the great fucking life of living luxury, because she's, like, kind of stealing money off of the incredibly wealthy family, because you can just, like, say that, yeah, I'm gonna need you to give me a carriage to the nearest restaurant, thank you. And people be like, are you sure? Why? Why? Are you gonna pay me? It's like, oh yeah, of course I'm gonna pay you. Look at me. Of course I can pay you. I'm Wanda fucking Winchester, you know. I can pay. And you're like, okay, I guess that's true. She is Wanda fucking Winchester. She will pay. She's like a really wealthy family. She's got a reputation of gold. She wouldn't lie to us and scam us, because that would be like, you know, Lannister always pays her debts, you know. Anyway. She didn't pay though, and she spent a few years living in luxury, studying technically, because that was her facade, that she was studying magic, or no, like, artificery, blah blah. She gets caught and starts running, but she can't really let go of that persona because it's so much better than her real life. Like, she's like an absolute nobody loser, a little brat with like slight talent for like within magic, but magic in this country is strictly forbidden. So she's kind of a shitty person to be. She doesn't want to be herself. Robin, which is her name, sucks. She'd much rather just pretend to be Wanda Winchester for a bit longer. She's already so used to it. Going back would be a pain. And that was kind of like the main character's shtick. She's an illusion wizard who desperately does not want to be herself, and she keeps pretending to be this other person. Most of the time to her detriment, because, well, she go into very many situations where she kind of has to prove herself as Wanda Winchester and create some like magic artifact, and well, she just couldn't do it, of course. She could only make illusions, and she desperately tried to do it to like make illusion that would trick the person and leave before they really figured it out. She would find situations where they had like to run, and like, oh shit, they're in prison, what are they gonna do? Well, she could of course just kind of go invisible or teleport out with magic, but Wanda Winchester can't use magic, so I can't either, and it'd be like a funny situation where every time I used illusion magic, I would have to kind of force myself to trend pretended it was a artificery, and I think that was a lot of fun to play. First of all, also a fun gimmick of illusion mage who got so caught up in her lie that she almost started believing in herself and can't live without it. And I think that's pretty awesome. It later kind of dwelled into another personality. I think it was like she joined a mafia under a disguise to save her friends. I don't remember the name, probably like John Johnson. She made like a whole backstory up for him as guards were asking, like, who are you? And she's like, oh, I'm John Johnson. Well, why are you here? Like, oh, I need to earn money for my family, my big family. Just go a bit too into detail. And she created a whole character called John Johnson. It's like this competent badass in his trench coat, really good with the bow. That's his shtick. He was a master bowman. The reason why I added this lie was because she could use telekinesis to fly the arrows for her. So she'd of course be amazing with the bow because she was cheating. And then she simply just got another personality. She had Robin herself, who was just this scared brat of a girl who didn't know anything about anything and was just always scared. And incredibly insecure, really wanted to be someone important. She had Wanda Winchester, who's this amazing, competent, awesome badass. Not a badass, but like prodigy within artificery. A symbol of authority, of absolute geniusness. And then she had this random ass John Johnson badass with like 17 children, I think the lore was. Who was a master with the bow. It's a cool, calm collective, but then like bad situations. And just kind of a ruffian. And I thought it was fun to be able to just kind of shift between those personalities for whenever situations needed it. I kind of abandoned the John Johnson plotline though, because my character was getting a bit out of hand. Like there was a lot of shit happening, and I thought it best to like just kind of shorten it down, like be a little bit less. I'd say exciting, but be a bit less. Holy fuck! I got hit by that. Her little toes hit me. Be less confusing, because none of my players got that I was like not one of Winchester and stuff. She didn't really understand the area. It was kind of a lot. My character was a lot. And so I ended up simplifying it a bit more. God damn it, again. But that's why I think in my book, it's like a character who's very similar to this D&D character that I made. Just actually like done in the book by a proper writer, and it works really well. I think it's awesome. It's not quite what I had like with my character, but it's still pretty fucking good, and I love it. I love it because it's amazingly written and it's a cool concept, but I love it even more because it's something that I myself has kind of already thought about a lot and thinking it was a cool concept beforehand. I think like the character as well is like one of my favorite D&D characters I've ever made. It wasn't. I don't think my players would agree, but like the ones that I play with, they were like, okay, she's fine, I guess. But I think it was a lot of fun to play her, and I think it's a really cool concept. Oh yeah. Probably one of my favorite characters ever. Also pretty close to me as a person. I think if I had magic for some reason, it would probably be like illusion magic. Not because I'm particularly like deceitful and want to be this mastermind who can use different personalities to fool people. No, I just like making shit up. I'd have like real life CGI. My D&D session would be fucking awesome. I'd make real life memes. So like, what the hell? Using a soundboard just on my person, like a magic soundboard, that'd be awesome. I can just pull out random images, show people random like memes, but it's not on my phone, it's on like the sun, and I just, hey, look at the sky real quick, and it would just be a big picture of my ass. That'd be fucking weird to do, but I could do it. Yeah, oh man, I thought you jumped further. That was stupid. That'd be pretty sick. I think illusions are fun, especially in D&D and other games where you can be powerful and just do a lot of attack and shit. But I think illusion magic is it's only limited by your creativity, and it's also only as useful as you'll let it be. If you, of course, it's probably just easier to shoot someone with a fireball. But if you can make someone think there's a fireball right here, you gotta run, they might like jump off a cliff to avoid it, and that could potentially do more damage and be more useful, or potentially just kind of miss. Instead of you using magic fireball that hits or miss depending on a roll. You create a magic illusion of something that hit or misses, like depending on how good you are at describing it, and probably also a roll depending on your DM. I think that's more fun. Illusion magic, awesome concept for a role-playing game. Kind of want to play illusion magic again. Another illusion wizard. I think I've played it 2 times. Only once in like a major campaign, and then I played it once more in like one shot. And yeah, no, it's a sick fucking class. It's my favorite class in D&D. Wizard, who specializes in illusion, so illusion subclass. It's just like that important subclass. It doesn't do much for you. It helps a bit with your illusions, especially after level 6. But just be any wizard and pick all the illusion spells, and that's like the main thing. Oh. Whoops. I'm not playing very well. Kind of just struck me. No, it struck me as well after the Watcher Nights, of course, but I'm just kind of making mistakes. Don't know why. Just one of those days, I guess. I had that feeling a lot with first-person shooters and stuff. I played a lot of Apex Legends and Rainbow Six Siege and stuff like that. Some games, and I just had some days where I just did amazing. I had a really good time, and I was getting lots of kills, doing really good. My team was lucky to have me. And then I had a game where I'm just absolutely dead weight. I'm not really helping at all. I don't really. Oh my god, that's so fucking stupid. I'm so mad that I got 2 hits lost and a soul immune depleted. Take 2 damage and soul meter depleted. Fuck. Bad spacing. I thought I was being cheeky. Oh well. God damn it. I'm actually depressingly bad. Kidding me. Man, I just got hit by like a wave of tiredness. I don't know what happened. Maybe I haven't been eating enough. I just ate like hummus though. Maybe that's the problem. Hummus might be bad for me. It is like around the time where I'm usually getting breakfast though, so that could be it. But I'm probably supposed to be eating more. I got hit with air? Damn. What? Okay, I didn't think I could hit the second time. That was... What am I like? Clearly I'm not doing very good here. But... Yeah, no, I don't have any butts. That was horrible. I just ate shit.